Good afternoon, everyone. Karen Trindell coming to you from Anchor Payroll and Benefit Solutions, your human capital management provider. We are a partner for you. We hope that you take the time to watch our Revive and Thrive series, and we hope that you enjoy the content.
Hey everybody, Tina Campbell, the New York Regional Partner of MasterNetworks. Welcome to a Lunch and Learn. I'm really excited today, as I always am. We have some wonderful people that have sat and taught me things over the last few months. But today's extra special. I'd like to introduce you to Precious Williams, and she's from our New York City region, but we're all family, so we're all part of the New York region. So happy to have you. Thanks, Precious, for coming on with me.
Thank you, Tina.
Oh, this is great. And so what we're going to be talking about is attracting visibility. So tell us about yourself and then tell me about that, what that means.
One of the things that I truly stress to people, especially right now, entrepreneurs and speakers, is to stay visible. So if you want to know what that means, it means staying top of mind with your target market. Now, we're in the midst of a pandemic. We're in the midst of an economic downturn and even social unrest. Some people are scared to even put themselves out there, thinking that it's quite disrespectful or that no one's going to pay attention to them right now. And I say to that, phooey, what are you talking about? People can't watch the news all day, every day, and that's all they get. What you want to do is show them what's possible from working with you or taking your program, your product, your service, your book. And what you want to do is give an alternative to what's actually happening in the world. Mm-hmm. And when I say being visible, each one of us has something to teach the world. Each one of us has a message that the world needs to hear right now.
Yes.
And so I stay positive no matter what, right? I stay positive. But I also share my story of overcoming different circumstances, how I was able to triumph over homelessness, abandonment, a lot of bad things that happened through the power of pitching. How was I able to do that? And so when you look at what's going on in the world, so many people are depressed. They don't know how to have hope. And then they can meet someone like you or watch your video or look at you on social media and say, she's still doing it. Why can't I? And so when I talk about being visible and remaining visible and attracting visibility,
yes,
is you want to attract, you want to bait, attract, and close sales right now. You want to be the ultimate resource. You want to stand out in a crowded marketplace. You may think that what you do is a commodity, and I'm here to tell you, even if you think it is, right now, people are looking for alternatives to what they're already seeing. So if you get your message right, if you're able to talk to them in the language they want to hear, you're going to stand out and you're going to get the sale. Plus, you're going to have the type of impact. Now, you can sit in the background if you want to, or you can refuse to give in to fear, worry, and doubt. Create your plan and move in it. It's almost like Fleetwood Mac, go your own way.
How would you start? How would you start the process to become, even if it's just a little bit more visible?
So, if I were to start over, let's say I was an introvert. One of the things that I would pay most attention to is utilizing social media. So let's say you don't want to be on video. What are you saying in your messages? Are you asking your particular target market, what is their challenge right now? Or what are some of the things that they're struggling with, and you offer some of the things you're struggling with? Because when people see that you are not just using that as, like a little bait to get them to say something, but you're also putting yourself out there. You're showing vulnerability. Every post I have isn't, I'm so great, I did this. Some of my posts are literally that yesterday I put on there, I've been clean and sober from a severe alcohol addiction for 3.5 years. That went viral.
That's amazing.
Do you want to know why I wrote that, though? It wasn't just because it's true.
Yeah.
It's because even in a time like this, people are struggling with all sorts of issues. And it caused people to get into my inbox and say, how were you able to do it? I never thought I could relate to you because you always seem so larger than life. And you became really human in that moment of celebrating something that people would be ashamed to talk about.
Right.
Do you know shame is keeping people from being visible right now? So why don't you start asking questions and making yourself vulnerable? Start talking about the things that you're struggling with and asking who else is struggling with this.
Right.
You can relate it to your business or you can relate it to something else you're passionate about. Right. Because even in a time like this, some businesses aren't going to miraculously thrive, but there might be something you're passionate about that will. You may create journals for women who are struggling. You may create products for little girls who are sitting at home with their parents who can't teach them anything. You may be able to really speak to men who feel like they can't truly articulate what they're going through because, women are supposed to be emotional.
Right.
So start by asking necessary questions. Do your research and also post. People think that if you post once a day or once a week, that's great. And it's like, no, if you want people to really get to know you, they need to see you through repetition. I OD on posting. I know I do. I post probably 7 times a day on all platforms. And it's because the more you see me, the more you're like, oh,
yeah,
he gets tired too. But she keeps going.
It's being vulnerable. But so many people are so afraid of that.
It's like you're an introvert.
Yeah.
You can be the quietest one. I'm gregarious, right? I'm all in your face. Just imagine if the person who followed up behind me stood quiet, stood up to give her pitch. And she took 1 second to just look. Now your eyes are on her or him. And they draw you in to them by the way they speak. What if they have the quiet voice? You know what you do? You lean in like, maybe I'm learning something a little more. Do you see how different that is? Like I'm in your face, but an introvert can use the quiet storm. They can walk in. Like I walk in and you feel my presence before I get there. What they do with their presence, and this is something that I teach, what they do with their presence is force you to lean into them. Because when they talk, they're not giving you BS. So you better listen to what they're saying. That attracts visibility too.
That's
not all of us are meant to be the same. Am I right? Like people think, oh, she was on Shark Tank. She was on CNN. She was on Forbes. She was in Forbes magazine. She did this and that. I have to be her. No, you don't. What we do is we work with the best of you. If you are intro and extro at the same time, it happens. We can work with both of them.
I love what you just said. I don't have to be you.
Not at all.
But I love what you said because it would be like, and don't try to be another person. Even when we do sound bites or presentations and anywhere, whether it's MasterNetworks or beyond, that you do have those people that go, oh, I have to go after her or I have to do whatever. You can be yourself. You can be different.
Invisibility, let me just say this, it's not about being the loudest in the room. Not at all. Visibility is building on repetition. So if they saw you today, they need to see you tomorrow.
Right.
To know that you are who you say you are. Are you consistent? Are you persistent? Do you stay thirsty on the grind?
Yeah.
Being visible is not about perfection. It is not about having the perfect makeup or anything. I'm missing a tooth right now. No one cares.
You look gorgeous.
In the midst of a pandemic, though perfection, what you think perfection is out the window, please throw it out the window. People don't care about that. They care about being able to identify that this person has either went through something I've gone through or they've walked people through the process.
Mm-hmm.
You get visible right now because people are paying attention. Don't think that people aren't on LinkedIn right now paying attention to people they never paid attention to before.
Yes.
So be a content creator, but don't put this perfection thing on yourself. So being visible, put things out there. Some things are going to land and some things aren't, even for me. But that's the value of testing. What do people like more? What are they responding more to? What gets them to be in my inbox? What gets them to go to the website? You know what I mean? That's how you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be afraid to test.
But I wish you the best, and I know that I'm going to be seeing you on, with the next Shark Tank, and hopefully you'll remember us when.
I'm gonna still be rocking with Master Network. Stop playing.
I hope so. Well, anyway, so thank you so much, and I know that we'll have other opportunities to talk with each other. We'll do this again. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina. And again, my name is Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO. Perfect Pitches by Precious. Thank you.